What's up, guys? This is Pounce, one of the players on Headball 2. So today I'm going to show you some tips for increasing your chances of beating bots. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't encountered any human players in over a year. It's been repetitive, it's bots, and it's gotten annoying, but I kind of like the game, and I've gotten far already in the game that I kind of have to stick through it. So, as you can see, I've played just under 14,000 matches, won some trophies. I did unlock quite a few characters. Now you can see that my win rate over lifespan is 84%. And because of some pointers now over the last couple of months, I've actually been able to hit the 90% mark using a few pointers. Obviously, I've analyzed how bots play. So one of the things you want to pay close attention to are your characters. Now I have all of them unlocked pretty much except the ones that you have to pay for. I'm not a big fan of paying for characters. So what you want to pay attention for is especially speed and jump on your characters. So you want to have all of those at least above 90. So you can see here for Summoner, speed 90, jump size kind of does matter, I guess, but it's more on the tactics that you use. You want to invest in gold and diamonds through ads. So a few pointers here. There are some daily ads that you can watch, and you can get a bunch of free stuff. I encourage you to do that. Some of you, if you want to purchase diamonds, that's fine, but you definitely have to invest either time or money to get the accessories, because without those, it's pretty much useless. So before I actually play a couple of games and go over some rules, you want to make sure that you choose your powers correctly. Now, I personally think that most of the powers are useless except the ones that I use. So we've got Disorient. And it's important also that you place them in a certain manner to maximize your return when you are going to need it. So it's important on the second spot here where you have the goalie that you either pick this one or the goal going down. Why? That is not so tricky. It's that if you are up against a bot with a few seconds left and you're up by a goal, this will ensure that you do not concede. So the positioning of the goalie on the second top spot is quite important. Now I choose giant player, high goal, freeze power, and double goal. Now, the golden rule about playing this game that I've noticed is that if you concede less than 7 goals, you increase your chances of winning. So my goal is to concede less than 7 goals, and you do not want to focus on offense. You want to focus on defense. Now, bots, I don't know about you guys, and there are different servers. We've got the European servers, the North American server, South American server. I am in the African Asian server. As you can see, the majority of players here are either from India um, and so forth. You'll see here. Now, I actually was on top of the league, Champions League 1. I got so bored playing boss that I didn't play for 6 months. I got relegated to the lowest leagues, and I've actually won every single one of them. So I'm looking pretty good here. But what you want to, oh, my dad's actually calling me. What you want to pay attention to is that the bots actually use a similar pattern when using superpowers. And it usually goes like this. They will first use the bomb. Then they will use, they will first use the bomb. Then they will use freeze power, which is right here. Then they will use giant player. Then they will use fireball right here. Then they will use disorient, and finally they will use a combination of big ball, invisible, or time extension. Another pointer that I will give you is that you do not want to spend much time in the bot's half. You want to focus on your half, and you do not want to have too much of a gap between you and the bot during the entirety of the game. So you want to stay kind of close to the bot. That's for enabling him not to I guess, throw the ball up and give him space for him to juggle around. And you want to avoid jumping, especially when he shoots. So, and that's very tricky because we are all, I guess, by instinct wanting to jump. So I've given you the overlay. And as you can see, I've won 278, lost 14, and drew 8, which is something like 91%. So I'm going to play a couple of matches to show you, and let's just see if it works. So I want to make sure my powers are all there. 14, 5, 8, 4, 4, and 9. We're good to go. Now, it's not guaranteed that I will win. If I concede more than 7, then I'm probably in trouble. But let's give it a go and see how it works out. And again, I am recording this with AZ Recorder, so the quality of my game might actually suffer. But let's see if I can make it happen. So I stay in my half. I know that, and I actually attack here because he made a mistake. So now he's probably going to freeze, like I said. You want to try to break the freeze, still stay in your half. Now he's going to probably use bomb, like I said, and you want to be close to him and shoot. Now he's going to use giant power. Now it's all about trying to stay close to him. Now I'm going to use the reverse power, and that should probably do it for a goal. There we go, 3. Now it's probably going to be fireball coming up soon. And again, I jumped. I shouldn't have done that. And one of the pointers is that you actually want to stay close and juggle the ball on your head. Now stay close. Don't go in his half. Now I stop jumping. There you go. So it's all about playing defense and making sure he doesn't concede. And you can notice I've only used 1 superpower, which is good compared to his 3. There you go. Now I'm going to pull back the ball in his half. Now what I also like to do in certain points is to make sure I juggle the ball up, I draw him in, and then boom, I jump and I try to actually score a goal. It doesn't always work, but that's one of the tactics. I consider it a stupid goal here, so I'm looking in trouble because he still has 3 powers. So I draw him in, and then I jump and I shoot. So now he's probably going to use a superpower, and I use my giant, so I should be looking pretty good. And I jumped again. That was a mistake, and this is probably where the goalie is going to come in handy later on. I got 7 seconds left, so now I'm pretty much guaranteed the win. And again, this is where I told you with the goalie part. I prefer the goalie because I don't concede goals like this. But if you can use the goal down method, but sometimes the bots shoot over the goals and it actually goes in. One thing I didn't mention is that when you play them, you want to try to juggle the ball in your half, have it go up, let it bounce, and then gradually draw the bot to you and then try to overtake him in terms of height. So I looked pretty good here. Let's try another one. And again, the pattern of their powers should be bomb, freeze, giant player, fireball, disorient, along those lines. And in the beginning, you can attack if you want. That's probably what I do. So I stay in my half again. There you go, bomb. I would have conceded. So now it's trying to connect to the server, so that's not good. So now I drew him in. He used the power. No jumping. So I'm going to try to draw him in. Again, I conceded. That's not looking too good right now. So I draw him in. He comes in. And I missed that one. So see, he scored a goal, and I don't even know how he did that. But let's try to see if we can eventually catch up. This is probably not looking good at all. I've already conceded 4. And I jump when I shouldn't. But I'm going to try to take my time here and try to see if I can recuperate something. So I got 1 goal. Very good. Again, draw him in. That wasn't probably the best. See, I stay in my half. Now he comes in and I got screwed. I really want him to use his powers and draw him in. He didn't come. There you go, 5-2. I have a chart here, but again, I really want to stay under 7 goals, and I haven't done a great job at that so far. I draw him in. I score a goal. He's probably going to use some powers now. And this is not looking good at all, guys. There you go, 5-4. I get 1. I'm going to use my goalie now. and freeze him. And I got 3 seconds left. Disorient, and there you go. So that was a bit harder, I guess. But there you go. That's the pattern that you want to follow. Again, I conceded less than 7. It was very tight. But you want to make sure that you use your superpowers at the end. And especially if you don't have to use them, don't use them because they do cost money. So there you go. Some pointers will go over them again. The golden rule is to stay under 7 goals conceded. You want to focus on defense. You don't want to spend too much time in the bots half because you will get overtaken in terms of speed and height. You want to definitely not jump too much, and I even did it myself. When the bot is on attack to you, you want to stay in close proximity, and one of the major methods that I actually showed is to juggle with the ball in your half, kind of make it pops up vertically. Slightly go forward as it's going up, then back up, and as soon as the bot comes, you try to time it perfectly to shoot the goal. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on beating bots. I hope it was useful, and do give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it. This was Pounce. I do play in a team called BV Legends, and we are currently ranked 3rd. So that's pretty nice. We're looking forward to being number 1, hopefully. So you guys take care, and we'll see you around very soon.